All right.
Absolutely no, he's the man.
Peg City Soundoff. We're live at the Big A right now for the Musicians and Friends Spring Fling. It's a little loud, to be honest. I'm catching everything on the mic. But right now, the special guest here. Ah, there he is. He's coming in the camera a little bit. I gotta make some adjustments on this poor table. Ah, sure. All right. So you got Sid here. I'll take my headset off.
Hello, podcast land.
There he goes. Sid, tell me about Musicians and Friends.
Musicians and Friends started about 8 years ago, and its first incarnation was the Nicolette and Friends. And then the name was changed in 2017 to Musicians and Friends. And at that time, when I joined the group, there was a membership of about 575 people. And since 2018, when I took over as administrator, it's multiplied by tenfold. And 40,000 people look at the page every month to find out what's going on in music land, to hear stories about the music industry, get profiles in different musicians around the province. And it's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Um, so Musicians and Friends, obviously you got a lot of people passing through there, lots of people sharing stuff. Your ins and outs of people too. But what is it about Winnipeg that you love so much? You've obviously had a big history in Winnipeg with music as well. So
Well, I have,
what is it with Winnipeg?
you know what? It's there's just so much talent in this city, and people have said it's because all winter long, that's all they can do is play music. But I think there's just something in the air. I think there's something in the genetic makeup of the people in our province. I have a lot of respect for the musicians in the province, and I also have a lot of respect for the music fans in the province because they support musicians all the time. And here tonight, musicians are working for a good cause, Cancer Care Manitoba, and it happens all the time. I have so much respect for our musicians because they're always willing to lend a hand when it's needed. And I worked as a DJ in bars on and off for about 30 years, and I always worked with a band, and I loved it because I think when you have the right chemistry, people's nights are fantastic between the two. And I know a lot of people disregard DJs, but you know what? They can have a great effect on the mood of a crowd in a room. But I'll always prefer live. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. You told me this is the sound guy here is the sound guy of Winnipeg. Who's the sound guy here?
I can't pronounce his name. I don't want to make a mistake, but he's excellent. He's got that sound just blaring and sounds fantastic.
So we're down at the Big A. We get the Musicians and Friends Spring Fling. Looks like Robert Andreas is going up next.
Yeah.
And it looks like Matt Dara has jumped on the drum kit. This is unexpected.
It's Robert and friend.
Hey, Robert and Friends, yeah.
Yeah.
We got Tone Riders coming up as well.
Yes.
Sid, did you select the bands for
No,
tonight?
that's all Fred. This
That's all Fred.
Fred's been working on the Prairie Moon project for just over a year, but this lineup is all Fred's doing. There's a little bit of everything. Like you said, the Tone Riders are coming on next, and so people can get up and dance because Julie's got a fantastic voice and she'll make you move your feet for sure.
Excellent. A couple people here that are quite recognizable in Musicians and Friends and just posting stuff online with locals. You got Lisa Lewis over here. Tell me about that gentleman right here, though.
My friend Stan the man. He's not listening. Yeah, Stan Bernurniak. Woodwork, The Vice, Straw Dog, Kenny Shields. He's been a long time musician here in the province as well.
Familiar face. Awesome. Looks like Robert Andreas is ready to go. It's about to get a little louder in here, but good chatting with you, Sid.
All right.
Thanks for having me here tonight, too.
Okay.
This is
my
super
pleasure.
All right, on.
Thank you very much. Good night, podcast land.
All right. Robert Andreas is coming up here right away. Let's throw my headset back on for a second so I can hear myself. But while I'm sitting here, I got another dude who's going to slide in here. Another guy who's sliding in here. Oh, there he is. Last night's host, Thomas Henry. Thomas Henry is here tonight. They're serving drinks. Michelob's are on 475. So if you're saying I can't go, I'm too broke to go down there tonight. Michelob's are 475. I've had one, and I will only have one. There is Fred. He is walking towards us right now, and I gotta get Fred on right away here. I'm gonna try and sneak him in here. Fred, you want to come talk? Okay, Fred's gonna come talk for a minute before Robert Andreas gets going.
Friendly guy, you know.
He's a friendly guy. There's Fred.
You know.
So Fred's come in here. Fred just played a set with Prairie Moon, Neil Young tribute, Cortez the Killer, my favorite Neil Young song.
Yeah,
He laid it out.
we did a different take on that one. What we ended up doing is sort of half acoustic, half electric with a steel pedal to make it more eerie than you can really say, right?
Awesome. Fred, why Neil Young?
Well, I think it was a couple of years back when I was at a jam in Selkirk, Manitoba, and we were doing some things there. And the guys, hey, you know, like you kind of sound like Neil. Like, why don't you do some Neil stuff? And that's how we kind of started a couple of years back, and then it evolved. And we've been working on it for a good year. But the band was reorganized in February with all new band members, except for me. So yeah.
Wow. Well, you know how much I love my Laurel Canyon scene, and Neil Young's a big part of my upbringing with music. So super cool to see you play. Are you going again, or are you done?
No, I think we're pretty well done for tonight. We're doing a showcase special just to because we have the Park Theater show coming up on June 7th. Park Theater. We will be doing a full show, a 2-hour show. Tickets are $20, so come on out if you can. It's going to be a great time.
June 7th?
June 7th, Saturday, June 7th. Yes.
June 7th, the infamous June 7th that Winnipeg knows about. There's shows all over, but be at this one. It's at Park Theater. Fred is going to be doing Neil Young songs with Prairie Moon. And thanks for stopping by, Fred.
Yeah, no
Good to
problem.
meet
Thank
you in
Joel.
person.
Great to have you here. I'm going to send a surprise guest over here, our drummer, who, if you want to talk, he'll tell you a few stories or anecdotes about Man Pop in 1970 with Led Zeppelin. So
Perfect. I just talked to John Anderson about that. So we're going to talk to another guy about it.
all right.
Send him over. Maybe after this set, it's going to get loud.
Hope you guys enjoy the evening. Thank you.
For sure. Thanks, Fred.